Today I'm pretty sure we can really break something. And what better way to do it than with the farmer and his double-barreled shotgun. Now if you're wondering why we're using the egg with a goatee, that's because he has plus 20 harvesting, but gains an additional 3% at the end of a wave. But then I also installed a mod where harvesting will work past wave 20 along with the piggy bank. So that means our investments won't stop, they'll keep going and going and going, getting compounding interest forever. Trying to maintain my sanity.
I think that's going to be the real challenge here today.
We'll take plus 1 range damage for now. I was hoping to get some harvesting, but we're going to get more anyways. And same thing here, we're looking for piggy banks or anything that can help with harvesting like this, but also a double-barreled shotgun as well. There's another shotgun that we're going to save. 10% attack speed can also show up. Our harvesting is already at 27. This is a good look. It doesn't really matter what we're going to do today, as long as we can stay alive, our harvesting is just going to go up exponentially and we're going to be overpowered. Shotguns are just easy to use for now and they're just a lot of fun. Why overthink it? 5% attack speed, 15 range, minus 1 armor. We don't need armor. I guess while I'm at it, I might as well start taking a little bit of dodge and a little bit more speed. Aside from that, 10% attack speed, 1 extra shotgun. And honestly, we're going to save the propeller hat because that's going to give us extra luck. Luck's just going to help us hopefully find rarer weapons. So that means we have to put up with less base level shotguns for very long. I'm sure the enemies will appreciate my swapping of weapons very much. What would be amazing is if we could find a piggy bank or 2 now and start saving up and getting interest on all that. There's a good one, plus 8 harvesting. That puts us up to 45. So I get 45 materials and XP at the end of a wave, and that goes up every wave. So we'll add a little bit of luck. That takes a little bit of damage away, but that's not that bad. And we're going to take another shotgun and we're going to save a tree. We can never have too many trees. Starting to get some slightly tougher enemies showing up. As long as we're reasonably close to them, they get exploded by 4 shotguns. That's 8 barrels of pure chaos. We're already starting to get some enemies that are shooting projectiles at us. But we've been through worse. We'll just keep going and going and going. I'm actually going to take defective steroids, believe it or not. We're going to lose attack speed, but we'll put that right back on somewhere. Then I'm going to go ahead and take plus 8 harvesting. We're not going to need to take a lot of harvesting for now because it's basically going to grow itself out of control very quickly. We're going to take a tree, and there's our first tier 3, but we also have a tier 2 shotgun. Then another tier 1 came up. That's got to wait for next round, but already we have 5 shotguns, so we're getting very lucky when it comes to shotguns. We are patiently awaiting a piggy bank still, but once that shows up, things are just going to get really stupid really fast. And today it's going to be stupid in a good way, as opposed to the way it normally is for me. There's also an idiot with a backpack. There we go, we exploded him and took his backpack. We're basically the neighborhood bully. Except instead of bullying, we straight up murder things. We're going to do defective steroids again. You can never have too much of that. Range damage, yes. Don't know if I want any of this. I like blue upgrades. But when we don't get enough of those, we'll take attack speed. Double-barreled shotgun again. So we have a full inventory of shotguns already. And our harvesting is up to 71. Well, since we got the options, we'll take another that combined into a level 3 shotgun, and we're going to save that one for next time. But this one's going to do 9 times 4 damage. For those of you that are wondering how much damage that is, Google it. The important thing to know about the damage is it's enough for now to make everything look really, really stupid. Normally the waves are quite easy up until at least wave 7, so we really shouldn't be struggling. If we were, we would have a problem. I have also now realized that I only have 21 HP, so we're gonna have to do something about that for sure. Minus 5% item price. That's actually really good. Plus 8 harvesting, yes. So 3 max HP, also yes. 10% attack speed, yes. A jousting lance is actually pretty funny. For our shotgun, we do get extra range because we have 6 of them, which is kind of funny. We're also going to take some armor. We're going to lose some damage, but armor is more important for the particular moment. I actually really like the blood leech as well. We're going to save that for next time. 2% lifesteal, 2% HP. We lose harvesting, but we're gaining more than that every round at this point. And that's only going to go up. Just like my hopes and dreams of creating something amazing. There is something entirely satisfying about firing 6 shotguns into a giant horde of enemies with a giant bloody explosion. And as a farmer, that kind of thing obviously comes naturally to me. Wave is done. We're already up to $237. Actually, there's a 9% dodge chance. We're not going to turn that down. Okay, the blood leech is coming with us. That put our harvesting back below 100 slightly, but we're going to be okay. While we're at it, we're going to take plus 1 range damage. We're going to lose range. We're going to take some damage here as well. We lost range again, but we'll put range on endlessly soon. We're only on wave 8. We're starting to fight the big guys, so we're going to need that little bit of extra damage to punch through them before they punch through me. But these are just like warning purple guys. They're just letting you know
Things are going to get hard.
And wouldn't we all like a warning before things are about to get hard? And we're getting the version of them with a helmet. but they're still dying. They're just slightly tougher, but we are going to need a little bit more damage. Maybe also have a variety of attack too, something with a little more range. Coming up to the end of the wave, and $223. Plus 40 harvesting. It's every farmer's dream, a tractor. So that'll actually put us all the way up to 152 farming. Then look at these options. I feel like it's not really worth because we're going to earn that naturally anyway. So we'll take armor. Normally something like the tractor is supposed to come with something like this. This also adds 40 harvesting, but I take 1 damage per second endlessly. So that would kill us. I'm going to combine some of my shotguns because I want a purple pistol. That's going to give us a little more range and variety. We're also going to add a lot of range. The pistol I think can just focus on things from further away more reliably. The shotgun's good for a big old mess that there's usually in front of me, but it's nice to have a little variety. Wave 9 is basically perfect for a whole mess of shotguns because there's a bunch of weak little guys that just absolutely explode. So far, damage surprisingly doesn't feel as good as you think it might. We're still going to need a little more, but I have been taking damage not that seriously so far. There's a little guy with a backpack. Okay, he's dead. We've got his lunch. Mission accomplished. So far, we have been stacking ranged damage. That much I know. Free engineering? Sure, why not? Elemental damage? No. Hey, look at that. More range damage. I wonder if that adds to each individual shotgun shot. I never really considered that. 10% attack speed I don't need to consider. Hitting an enemy removes 10% of their attack speed. We lose speed ourselves, but that's okay because we'll be hitting idiots and they'll get slowed right down. Alien magic, also great. 8 max HP, 3 HP regeneration. We lose some luck, we can put that back on easy enough. I want some piggy banks, but I will settle for an upgraded shotgun. I'm also going to buy the blindfold eventually. Crit chance and dodge, we lose range, but we have a ton of range. Baby gecko, 20% chance to instantly attract a material when it's dropped. That's just going to allow me to be a little bit lazier. The damage of our purple shotguns, by the way, is 12 times 4. So those are going to hit for 48 if all the bullets hit whatever they're aiming at. And I'm pretty sure they do if I'm close enough, but the big guys, it's a little hard to get close. They're usually charging straight into me by the time I'm trying. Wave 10 still feels like a walk in the park. Not really trying that hard to do much of anything. We are up to about 37 HP and we do have a bit of armor, so we can survive a few hits for sure. Another wave done. We went from $100 to about $400 thanks to 200 harvesting. And we're definitely going to add some luck. That'll take us from 2 to 17. I'm actually going to recycle my basicest of shotguns, and then we're going to buy a revolver level 3 because it's good to have a variety of guns, obviously. Then we're going to take 20% experience gain, and then this item from last time, then we're going to re-roll. Oh, there's another tractor. Is it worth buying that? We're going to hold on to it and think about it at least. This thing called adrenaline is also amazing. 5% dodge, but you have 50% chance to heal 5 HP when dodging an attack. So if my dodge gets high enough, that's going to be good. And some of our guns are starting to get some much better range, so we can knock away those annoying things. All of this harvesting plus the piggy bank would be so much money, so I'm really excited for when we actually find 1 or 2. After finishing that wave, we're up to $427. We'll take 2% lifesteal for 2 harvesting because we'll easily make up for that. We don't really need to jump up at harvesting. We do need a lot of luck. We need all the luck we can get, just for fun. So we're going to take the dodge thing. You know what? I'm actually going to take this 40 harvesting. It's just such a big jump that I just can't stop myself. There's definitely a few good ones here. We can add range damage and range, but more importantly, we're going to get 25% XP gain and 100% XP gain during the next wave, but enemies will have 50% more damage this wave. Luckily, I have a lot of purple glowy guns, so I'm not really worried about the extra damage they're going to do. As long as I'm being halfway careful, we'll be okay. There was a lot of the little idiots. I was able to mow them down, no problem at all. Even the bigger ones, if I get right close to them and get those shotguns going, perfectly easy. I do need to start putting some of that damage back on with minus 17, so that put us up to minus 5 only. Then we're gonna do plus 2 range damage. And how about that? Another 12% damage, and now we're back in a surplus. There's so many good choices every time. We're gonna take XP gain because that actually pairs with harvesting. Harvesting gives us XP. We're going to take this. It's going to take away our luck, but XP, HP, and regeneration, plus our ranged damage and range. There's all sorts of good items going around. Not quite for a build this time. Now we just sit back and relax and let the shotguns do the work. And they seem to be up to the task. We are destroying everything still, albeit this is still a pretty early wave. But we haven't even upgraded our guns in a while. I've mostly just been screwing around with other things. I'm going to take a 6% dodge chance. That's going to help us potentially bring back life. We actually have a 35% dodge chance. So that's pretty strong actually. Then we're going to make items 5% cheaper again. So that means when you buy this double-barreled shotgun, it's only 92. Now we have 3 level 3 shotguns. We're going to get 30% pickup range because I'm lazy, 8 harvesting. I've been rolling away and we found 2 nice luck options. We're going to lock this one and take this one. 6% dodge, 20% luck. We lose 2% lifesteal, but we still have 2% remaining. And that just feels like a lot to me anyways. What's perhaps most important is luck being at 44. That way we can just find some amazing items to make up for my really poor decisions thus far. But damage wise, we're feeling quite good. We just gotta dodge the red circles, but other than that, it's very, very easy. Even with the weird veiny wizard hats, we seem to just mow them down. I don't even know what they do. Wandering bot. Spawns a little bot that slows down nearby enemies. Yes, I'll take that. I'm gonna take a +3 armor, then we hopefully don't have to worry about armor for a while. We take about 40% less damage. And we're gonna take more luck. Plus 15% piercing damage. Can't go above base damage. This one's also interesting, 3% dodge, 20% dodge while standing still. I wonder if that can stack on like the max dodge, which I think is 60. I'm also going to save revolver 3 because that's going to combine into a revolver 4 next time. And that thing can fire 3 times a second, which is really good news for the enemies because we were going to absolutely destroy them. So if I hold still and get extra dodge, that puts us up to 64 out of 60. So I think it's probably still capped at 60. I'm also not sure if that's referring to projectiles as well. I don't know if those can be dodged. One thing I am quite sure of is that the enemies cannot dodge my bullets. They get absolutely wrecked when I point these guns in their direction. Plus 3 HP regeneration, minus 2 luck. Yes, I can put that luck back on, no problem. Plus 3 range damage, 2% lifesteal. Oh, cool, a level 4 stick. I kind of want to take that just for fun. We're going to take a level 3 revolver, so now we have our first tier 4. 65 damage, fires over 3 times a second. I mean, sticks are only really good if you have more sticks and the right kind of damage. We went all ranged, so that doesn't work for us. We're going to save the Shredder tier 4 for next round. Projectiles explode on hit. Who doesn't love an explosion? And then it's right back to doing what we do best. The power of farming will carry us through. I feel like I probably still need a little bit more HP. 55 sounds like a lot. Some of the bosses and stuff will absolutely wreck 55 HP though. We got minus 5 item price again, so that's actually big. So it actually is this, 15 luck and 18 harvesting. To sort of put that into perspective, that's a really good item with 18 harvesting. We currently have 500 and that's still growing every round. So we'll take some more dodge. Yes, we also have the Shredder, so we're going to combine into our first level 4 shotgun. That does 21 times 6 damage. That's so stupidly strong. But so is a level 4 Shredder. Oh, and it's also giving me a rocket launcher. So we're going to go ahead and recycle the tier 2 shotgun and replace that with a tier 2 rocket launcher just because those seem to be rather rare. Definitely some good items here. Projectiles pierce through 1 additional target. We're going to lock that. We're going to take extra speed and range for now. And we're going to lock this, 25% damage against bosses and elites. We have 90 luck. Not really sure how it snuck all the way up to 90, but that's why we're starting to find so many rare items. So we're also doing quite a bit of explosive damage at this point. We maybe need some bigger explosives, but we're also about to start getting some pretty good penetration as well. Nothing really matters though. It's all just sort of speculation at this point. We're just going to keep upgrading to ludicrous levels. The enemies are actually managing to push fairly close to me. This isn't on the easiest difficulty, but it's one above. I'm going to take 15% attack speed. Then we got some level 4 upgrades, plus 20 luck. So 1 extra piercing, extra damage against bosses and elites. This one can also spiral very big, Cyberball, 25% chance to deal 23 damage, which I think is based off luck. So the higher luck goes, the more damage this thing will do. Also, we're going to save the tardigrade, nullifies the damage of 1 hit every round. Because with the enemies that are starting to spawn, it's only a matter of time before I start getting hit more. We still only have 58 HP, so I do also need to fix that. But with our increased luck, we will find more tier 4 items that are going to fix all my problems. The extra penetration is going to help too, because those shotguns do not ask for directions. They just spray everywhere. I think I actually fell asleep during that wave. Suddenly it's the end. Definitely going to recycle that. We're definitely going to take plus 4 ranged. Tardigrade to the rescue. We're up to 600 harvesting. But I still haven't found a piggy bank, which is really annoying. Not that that's going to matter too much because harvesting is going to carry us anyways. We can sell our tier 2 rocket launcher because we found a tier 3 to replace it with. Poisonous mushroom is amazing. 10% attack speed, 5% crit chance, 15 range. We lose HP regeneration, but we got tons of that. I've also just realized our crit chance is only 7%. So that's kind of sad. But again, that's one of those, what I'm going to call self-fixing problems. We play for long enough and it's going to be there. Seems like a bit of a step up in difficulty. Wave 19, their enemies are definitely getting closer to me and lasting a little bit longer than I would like them to. But I've still got my purple shield on so I can survive 1 hit damage free. Wave is complete, and it's even going to give me more harvesting. And 20 luck. We're going to have so much luck we don't know what to do with it. That's tempting, but I don't want to lock my HP in. This is also good though. A second Cyber Ball, 25% chance to deal now 27 damage when we defeat an enemy. The first one's already dealt 5,000 damage. Baby with the Beard is also a similar thing. One bullet dealing 15 damage is fired from an enemy corpse when I die. That's based on my ranged damage, which is only going to go up. We also have a Diploma, tier 4 item. Engineering, that's fine, that's going to help something. 20% XP gain is big. Harvesting's up to almost 700 now, so we're going to get 700 free materials and experience after every wave. Now we got to deal with the boss. We're definitely not killing him as quickly as I would have liked, but he's still going down. I think I built more of a random idiot type build to fight everyone else except the bosses, to be fair. We'll stack up some singular damage soon enough. For now, he's just about dead. It will be just fine. We lost our shield there. We got hit for the first time, but he's about dead. I'm spending more time trying to go around collect trees than I am doing anything. Alright, the boss is dead. We picked up his crate, which has a red diamond on it. I think that might mean a better item, but we get free money. Back up to $800. Okay, I definitely don't need any harvesting, so we're going to re-roll into 20% attack speed. Also 9% crit chance. A piggy bank would still be amazing whenever the game wants to give me one. We could definitely take 2 armor, 6% dodge. That puts our dodge almost up to max. Bigger explosion size is never a bad idea. And then we'll get back to work. We're really going to thrive on these levels when it's just regular enemies, because they have so many chances to do damage to other enemies when they die now that it's kind of a joke. And thanks to the extra stomach I found last round, if I pick up an HP thing while at max health, it gives me more max health. So then when we're offering things like this, we don't really need that 12 max HP. As tempting as that is, we'll take the luck. Another baby gecko, 20% chance to instantly attract a material when it's dropped, plus range. Our harvesting is up to 820. Let's look at this beast. 3 max HP, HP regeneration, lifesteal, damage, attack speed, like everything. Plus here's a good one, lucky coin. Plus 2 luck for every 1% crit chance you have. So that's gonna add 32 luck, which we don't need, but we certainly want. We'll take another Cyber Ball, I guess. This is the third one of these we have, so in theory we have a 75% chance to deal 41 damage to random enemies. So we're just gonna get much stronger, much quickly. At this point, I think the piggy bank almost would have been too much. I would have been bored cycling through the items. It would have been redundant by now. The upgrades wouldn't matter. I do need to remember to pick up the HP cactuses on the ground though, because those will give me max HP. I think we've already maxed out for this round. Thanks to our 900 harvesting, we're basically guaranteed to have like $1,200 every round no matter what we do. Do you think the baby with the beard stacks? 16 damage is fired from an enemy corpse when they die. That's currently done almost 7,000 damage, so now we got 2 of them, and a 4th Cyber Ball, so there should be a 100% chance to deal 50 damage when an enemy dies. We get enough of these limited coupons, we're going to start getting free items. So in theory, the more enemies that are on screen, the more DPS we have, because they should all explode and do damage to each other. If there's no other enemies left to hit, no one will die and therefore stop our chain reaction. Well, this is wave 23, and so far, I don't really have to do much of anything. My conquering of their homeworld is nearly complete. Plus 60 range, that's almost cruel at this point. 10% attack speed, 5% crit chance, which also boosts our luck. We're up to 214 luck. Plus 25% damage against bosses and elites, we're up to 50% against those morons. Same thing, plus 6% crit chance, that also boosts our luck. And a little bit of crit chance certainly doesn't hurt, we're at 34%. Well, here's something I could have used a while ago. Harvesting increases by an additional 8% at the end of a wave. That doubles our increase here. So instead of getting 80, we would get 160. So we'll have that moving forward, and then our harvesting and income is going to grow really stupidly. So every round we're basically going to make 200 more than we did the previous round. Our purple friends seem very excited about that prospect. I just realized how few of them we're actually seeing. Like they're blowing up and disappearing basically instantly. Plus 15% explosion damage, yes. 25% chance to deal 52 damage to a random enemy when you pick up a material, yes. Plus 3 ranged damage. Wow, they're gonna keep going with these, huh? Plus 9% crit chance. Now we get the crown. That's gonna boost our harvesting increase. There's a few different items I want here. The spider's good, 12% damage, that's sort of whatever. Plus 6% attack speed for every different weapon you have. We have basically all different weapons, especially if we get rid of this and buy an SMG. Then this can do 36% attack speed. We lose some dodge and harvesting, but we have way too much of that stuff anyway. Then we're also going to get Grind's Magical Leaf next time. Max HP, HP regen, and lifesteal at the end of a wave. This SMG is going to do 24 damage per bullet, and it's going to do a lot of bullets as well. So now we're just firing bursts of evaporation, essentially. When there's a cluster of enemies, the bullets get in there and evaporate them. They explode and evaporate other enemies. Hey, look at that. More luck. You can never have too much luck. And armor. We finally got the piggy bank. Now things are going to get really stupid. So if I buy this, we get a 20% return on our current investment. So we're actually just going to let these numbers build up now. I'm going to buy the bigger explosion damage first. But now we can basically make that number get ludicrously big. Better late than never. And I feel like we're not going to need to buy many more upgrades for a little bit anyway, because we're well ahead of the curve on what we need to destroy these waves. So the very next shop, we have $3,000 in the bank. As soon as I start the next wave though, we'll get 20%. So that's going to be a $600 boost right to our money. Plus our harvesting is up to $1,500 now, so we're getting $1,500 every round just from that. Wave 29 and the enemies are starting to build up just a little bit. Luckily, our harvesting is now up to $2,400, so we get an easy $2,400 every round just from that, and we get $2,000 because we have $12,000 in the bank. But I'm also going to have to spend about 1,000 of those to start upgrading some of our stuff. I'd saved up these. We have a 100% chance to instantly attract the material when it's dropped, and we're going to upgrade our rocket launcher to tier 4. Then we're going to start saving up things again, but we're still going to get $4,400 after this round, at least. And this is going to be a boss round, but we're doing extra damage to bosses. I forgot they could do things like this. I don't remember this pattern, so hopefully our damage just carries us through this. There's 3 bosses on the ground. I don't know if that's standard or not. We're just going to keep going around hitting things. We'll be fine. I don't know if I even have to kill them. I think I just have to survive, maybe. We probably will end up killing them anyway, even if accidentally, but yeah, they're actually starting to hurt a little bit. I forgot how much movement speed you sort of need to be able to do this, potentially. At least to dodge this when you're not falling asleep. This is more so about take a few steps, find a safe spot, and try and sit still for a second. Right, well, we didn't kill the bosses, but we did manage to survive. And that's pretty good for me, considering plus ranged. I've been saving up money the past few waves, so our damage kind of fell behind. It will go back on. Don't worry about that. We're up to $15,000 already. I pushed all the way ahead to wave 37. We now have $95,000. Every round we make $8,000 just from harvesting, plus almost $20,000 from our piggy bank. So that's about $28,000 per round right now. But enemies were actually starting to catch up with me a little bit. So I just wanted to give myself a few upgrades since I have the money for it. An extra 20% damage wouldn't hurt. Rerolls are getting expensive as they do, but there's still lots of good stuff for us to find. This also would have been a good one to find a long time ago. 3% damage at the end of a wave. But that could start now. $90,000, but as soon as we start the wave, $108,000. We got $18,000 from our piggy bank, plus 8,000 or whatever it was from harvesting at the end. But thanks to those upgrades, the enemies feel much more manageable again. We've now saved up almost $150,000 and it's going to be a boss wave next time, so let's see if we can spend $150,000 on rerolls for something that can eliminate the boss quickly. Well, this one's pretty good, plus 2% attack speed for every 1% dodge you have, so that'll give us 120% attack speed. Also very expensive. Also this, we're going to cap our life at 300, but we're going to get 8 range damage. I've also realized that this quickly gets prohibitively expensive because rerolls are already costing $1,000, and we're not often finding much that's going to be very good for us. Plus, the more money we take away here, we need that 20% to bounce off, because right now we're making well over $20,000 just on interest here, plus 10,000 from harvesting. So let's just try our luck against the boss, who is really, really tough at this point. Considering how much damage you're doing, that's insane how strong they get. And how much damage they do, we have like 70% damage reduction, and they're actually taking all of our health away. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to die here, because I can't really stay away from the damage long enough to make up for this. Yeah, that's impressive. To be fair, we did get the piggy bank late, so we did start making the real money late.